Hi everyone, it's Miss Lisa from the Children's Department. I want to go over a few things with you today regarding germs and how we can prevent spreading them and keeping ourselves safe. Okay, before we get started, there's some words you need to know. The first one is bacteria. It's pronounced bacteria. Doesn't that sound like a great name for a germ? Bacteria are tiny living creatures that come in a range of shapes. They're spherical like a globe, rod-shaped, squiggly coils, squares, and star shapes. The next word is viruses. It's pronounced vi-rus-is. Viruses are tiny particles that cause disease in people, plants, and animals. And they are small geometrical shapes. Last word I want to go over is immune system. The immune system is the body's defense system. It helps us to fight off germs. You could kind of think of it as your body's own little army. That's pretty cool. I bet you didn't realize you had your own army. Am I right? Okay, besides being gross and icky, what are germs? They're very small organisms or living things that cause people to get sick. They are so small that we cannot see them without a microscope. There's four main types: bacteria, viruses, fungi, and parasites. We will be focusing on bacteria and viruses because they are the most common, but you may have heard of fungi and parasites before. Have you ever ordered a pizza with mushrooms on it? Or have you ever left food laying around too long and it turns all green and fuzzy? The green fuzz is called mold, and both mold and mushrooms are fungi. Fleas and ticks are parasites, and they feed off of a host, which could be your pet or even you. Bacteria. Everyone has bacteria cells in their body. They can be passed by close contact with an infected person and through the air. Some are good and some are bad. Good bacteria. Good bacteria protect us from other germs and boost our immune system. It's like they help our little army out to keep us healthy. They are called probiotics, and they're found in foods like yogurt, pickles, and sourdough bread. Yum! Bad bacteria. Bad bacteria cause illnesses like strep throat, ear infections, and believe it or not, cavities. Bad bacteria are called bad because they usually cause us to have some kind of pain. Ow! Okay, now we're going to talk about viruses. Viruses are the smallest of all the germs. They look like small geometrical shapes, and they can be passed from person to person by shaking hands, kissing. They could pass through a cough or a sneeze, and water, food, and air. Viruses live for 2 hours or longer on surfaces. Some of the surfaces are doorknobs, countertops, desks, cell phones, and toilets. Viruses cause illnesses like chickenpox, measles, mumps, colds, and the flu. Germs love to travel. They like to go places and spread all around, making as many people sick as they can. Germs are spread by sneezing, coughing, and touching. Germs come into our body through our eyes, nose, and mouth. And that's why it is so important to wash your hands all the time and not to touch your face. Okay, now I'd like to show you an experiment that will explain why it is so important to wash your hands with soap and water. If you want to do this at home, ask a grown-up to help you. You will need some glitter, a partner or a piece of white paper, a sink, water, and some soap. Okay, for this experiment, we're going to pretend that the glitter is germs. Sprinkle some glitter onto your palms. You don't need to use a whole lot, and then rub your hands together. You should have glitter on both of your hands. Next, shake hands with your partner or press your palms down on the white paper. Did germs get on your partner in the white paper? Look at that. Germs went from my hand to my friend's, or from my hand to the paper. Now, try washing that off with just water. Well, what happened? Did the water get all of the germs off of our hands? I don't think so. Now let's try washing them with water and soap. Using soap gets rid of all the germs from our hands. What can we do? Stay healthy to keep germs away. Wash your hands often, eat a well-balanced diet, and exercise regularly. This will help build your immune system, your little army, and don't forget to brush your teeth at least 2 times a day. Here's a poster that shows you the correct way to wash your hands. Water and soap are needed, and then you rub your palms together. You rub between your fingers, focus on your thumbs, and get the backs of both hands, your wrists, and while you're doing this, you can either think or sing out loud the happy birthday song. If you've got through that song twice, then you can stop and rinse your hands. Stop the spread. Use hand sanitizer if you are unable to use soap and water. Cover your mouth whenever you sneeze or cough, and try to use a tissue, but if you don't have a tissue, do it into your elbow. And don't touch your face. Wear a mask and social distance, and most important, if you're sick, stay home. Here's a little chart showing when you should always wash your hands. Number 1 is after playing with pets. 2, after using the bathroom. 3, after sneezing and coughing and blowing your nose. 4, after touching a cut or open sore. And 5, after playing outside. Number 6 is always before you eat. And these are not the only times, just some of the important times. Okay, let's recap. Germs are very tiny and cannot be seen without a microscope. There are 4 types. Some are good, some are bad, and germs spread by close contact with people, touching, through food, water, and air. Always wash your hands with soap and water or use hand sanitizer. Cover your mouth when you sneeze or cough, and do not touch your face. Thank you for viewing this PowerPoint. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Remember, there are plenty of resources to use at the library if you would like to know more about germs. Stay safe and wash your hands.